This is Gamer Talk episode 8. For this one, I wanted to talk about the Smash Ultimate DLC characters that I really wanted, or still want. As of recording this is like just after Minecraft Steve just got released, which I've been having fun with him. It's a cool character. I love how much work they put into him. Um, they've been putting a lot of work into a lot of these DLC characters. They've been really good overall, I think. But yeah, as far as a character himself, like I'm not mad at all because like it's one of the most popular characters of all time, even though it's a newer one. So like it's a character that should have been in there eventually. But this is the second Microsoft character, and we haven't gotten the mascot Microsoft character and one of the characters I want. Like, so the first one on my list would be Master Chief. And I've heard that a lot. A lot of people want Master Chief. It just makes sense. And given the fact that there's already two Microsoft characters in, like I actually think it could be likely that he's in there. Like all it does is help you promote your brand. So like I'm sure Microsoft would be willing to like give him over for free. And yeah, so that's my first one for sure. That's a lot of people's on list. My first one that's not on a lot of people's list is a character that was rumored and might come out. I'm hoping does, which is Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive series. He's just like that. Both of those series are two of my favorite series of all time. Um, and the character has a wide variety of moves and skill sets, and I think it would be like a really cool character and a really good fit for Smash. And then the next character is like speaking of like Master Chief being such an iconic character, like Smash has pretty much all has a lot of the iconic characters, pretty much all of them, but one of the characters that it doesn't have is Lara Croft, and I I I think would be like a high possibility because I mean it's a third party owned character, and I mean it's a character that's appeared on every system, like, and like originally, I mean if you remember back in the day, it was like PlayStation's mascot character, like on the PlayStation 1 era. Like there was like it was like Lara Croft, and then like Snake kind of became later on, and they have Snake. I know he's not like a Sony owned character. He's Konami, but like yeah, again, Lara Croft is third party, so like I think you have to put her in there. And to round out that talk of like iconic characters, I think like Kratos really should be in Smash 2. And also the thing about Kratos being in would be such a good thing would be, I mean, this would be a Sony owned character, so then that would open the gates to have Sony characters. But this one, I guess, is probably less likely than out of all the other iconic characters because, yeah, like there's no Sony owned IP character in Smash. So I'm not sure why Sony and Nintendo don't get along like that, because usually like the Japanese companies exchange things a little more freely. Um, but yeah, that's probably the main issue holding it. I guess it's probably on Sony's end more so. Well, I mean, like Nintendo's like weird too, but like Sony, like I mean, they fought tooth and nail to not have cross-platform play, like for these games when all the other systems were doing it. Like they basically had to like be made look like the bad guy, like made like it had to be like an embarrassing situation where it's like there's absolutely no reason, and like everyone wants it, and like so they just caved in because they had to on that. But like I mean they're the ones that really initiated the whole like buying out studios and getting platform exclusives, so yeah, and like never putting them on the other system. So yeah, I mean that might be it. But there's also some iconic fighting game characters. I mean, like they don't have a lot of characters straight from other fighting games, which is actually I find kind of weird. But I mean, it's fine. But like, I mean, they have Ken and Ryu, who are of course like classic Street Fighter characters, and so like two other hugely famous characters. I think like you could have either one of them for fighting games. It would be Scorpion or Sub-Zero from the Mortal Kombat series. And I know like the Mortal Kombat series is like going on strong now, and like so it would be like competition because it's another fighting game. But I mean, Street Fighter is too, and like Street Fighter 5 was recently, and like Street Fighter 4 was very successful. And you still I guess Street Fighter. Well, I mean, Street Fighter 5 has been after Ken and Ryu has like already been in the game, or at least Ryu. But I can't remember when the timeline for like Ryu getting added to the Smash 4 originally and Street Fighter 4 lined up. But it was pretty close in timeline to when both of those games were popular. So I don't think that should be a reason to stop it. And I think both these characters could have really cool and unique move sets. Like that's the other reason why out of like all the characters I've said so far, they besides maybe Ryu Hayabusa, like they would have like move sets that would fit really well into Smash and be really different. Like Sub-Zero could have like a lot of cool like moves where he freezes characters, or like, obviously, but I don't know how you do it because like freezing characters in Smash is pretty OP. So like just having it as like a B ability, you would have to make it somehow like slow, or like you run out of steam or something. I don't know. Like Scorpions, like I mean, you already have guys that have tethers in the game, so like his come here would be pretty easy to do. You just have to modify like Joker's grapple or something, or like the Belmonts, like yeah. And then another character, it's art. We've already got Snake, right? So from the Metal Gear series, I think it'd be really cool to have Raiden from the Metal Gear series. He was really, specifically the iteration from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. That game was just like so fun and insane and over the top. Like, I mean, Raiden was already ridiculous in Metal Gear Solid 4, like in the cutscenes and stuff. But then like Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, like that just took it to the next level. And like he has all kinds of crazy abilities, and he's got like the Jack the Ripper mode where he just goes insane. And I could see that being like something like one of the like modes, or like rage mode or something, like if you built up enough rage mode or something like that. And then so those are all like big characters, and some of them are rumored that might come to the game. Others are ones that people have already said they wanted. And then I just wanted to add like a couple more that people are not talking about at all, which is my first one would be Sam from Sunset Overdrive. And yeah, I just think he's a really fun character, and I think it fits really well in the Smash world, and like his movesets could be really fun. He has like so many weapons and abilities that just naturally fit, like in the way he moves around, and the movement in that game fits well. And I mean, it's less likely because now, actually, I'm not sure who owns Sunset Overdrive anymore, because like it was made by Insomniac, and now Insomniac's owned by Sony. So again, it goes back to that Sony not having any Sony characters. But I don't know if he's owned by Sony, because that was a Microsoft exclusive game, which I believe now, I think it did get eventually ported over. It was like a timed exclusive, right? And it is on PS4 now. But I have no idea who owned that character. And then my last one would be Voldo from Soul Calibur. I mean, a lot of people would probably pick other characters like from that series first. Like, I don't even remember the guy's name, but the dude, the Nightmare for the giant sword, or like the human version of him. Like I forgot his name. Like, but that, I mean, that's just like another. I mean, it is a big sword, so it's different enough. So I wouldn't be mad at that. But yeah, I like Voldo is just like so he's like iconic enough from this series, and he's like super unique. And I would just like I think I just want to see like another out there character that you didn't expect, who's like really weird, and his moveset would be really fun. Um, yeah, so those are some characters I want. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys, who do you want to see in at this point? I know like people have done this before, like especially right when the DLCs first started coming out. Like there's a lot of people making lists of like who they wanted in Smash, but I haven't really been seeing anyone like talk about who they want in now. Now that like we've got the second fighter pass and we're in like a few characters deep now, and so there's like a few left. So like we know we're getting at least a few more characters, and then who knows if they're going to add another fire pass like after that. I think they should try to go to an even 100 or 101 characters. Like 100 would be a nice epic number, and then like 101 would be like, so they could just say, oh, we have over 100 characters. And so like I wouldn't be surprised if either, and I wouldn't be mad if they kind of like if they did one more fighter pack, because I think, doesn't this amount like round it out to exactly 90 if after this one? I think it does. So like I wouldn't be mad if they did a 1/3 and final fighter pack, and then half of the characters were Echo Fighters, just to like hit that 100 number. Like at that point, like because the amount of effort they've put into these fighter packs, and if they gave us 3 full packs, like that would be like I would be perfectly fine with that. And like I said, like if you did like, yeah, like some of these characters, like, yeah, I don't know, you could have like some of these fighting game franchise characters. Like if you did go with like Nightmare and that other dude, you could make them Echo, like one of them is an Echo Fighter, obviously, and like you know, like slower, more powerful, and like that would be fine. It would be like, oh, you're getting 2 characters. I mean, you're getting one real character, and then the other one being like just an Echo one wouldn't be so bad. Like, yeah. Let me know in the comments. Give me a list of the characters you want at this point. This is like as of like the end of October, right after Steve just came out.